What was your first Minecraft world like? Man. I do remember that I would get anxious when night came, so I would dig a hole and wait for night to be over. That's a very clear memory I have. Apart from that, it had a very crappy cube house close to a lake. Humble beginnings. I'm still playing it. There is some poor construction near to 0,0, but I like to think it gets better as you go further out. I specifically remember trying to build a village with a load of dirt walls and spawning a load of villagers in there. This was back in the 1.5.2 days. Hasn't been built yet, limitless. I've installed and never played. What do? It was a creative world. I made a very white house out of brick with a flat roof, fences on top for a balcony. I blasted every room with paintings. I even built a McDonald's near the coast. That part sadly got corrupted and lost. Another fun thing about it is that I couldn't come up with a name, so I just called it IDK. Dug a hole straight down. Fell into the abyss. Laughed. Stopped playing. It's probably still around somewhere. I remember my very first night I kept hearing scary noises and was getting pretty creeped out. I talked to a guy in school about it and he was like, oh yeah, you are probably right above a zombie nest, and I, not having known there were even zombies in the game, was terrified. The sounds monsters make still creep me out, even though I'm confident in fighting them now. Blocky. I got the game in 2013. I wish I could remember. I deleted it. I just built a really big dick. It is pretty easy. I started in version 1.2.4, creative mode, small grass biome. I tried to build a hotel out of gold blocks. Well, that's it. Disappointment and a swamp. I was a kid, and when we got it on my mom's PC, it could only be played with 4 FPS. Might have cried a bit. Try to press every button while you see yourself drowning in 4 FPS without knowing how to swim. You should have upgraded to a potato for better frame rate, lol. It would have been 100x better, I bet. A hole in a mountain with a staircase down to diamond level. I had a dog and thought I was super good at redstone because I had iron doors that opened together no matter what pressure plate I stood on. Found out it was bad when a creeper blew my stuff up. My world now is the server I run, and I have all kinds of crazy cool farms and redstone machines. Base is still in a mountain, I'm a hermit, but it has a 20 million block auto storage system under the mountain that I'm about halfway full with. The world is currently 10 months old. A creative one, because I was scared of zombies. It was pretty pathetic. I dug a hole in the ground and stayed in there the whole night. An old world with a cobble and glass building and a lot of stolen buildings I tried to replicate from YouTube. I had a 8x4 wooden house, no door since I had no idea how to craft them, had no idea how to make torches, mistook gravel for stone, and thought the cave sounds were indication of monsters being nearby. Man, you won't know you're living the life until it becomes a memory, eh? Let's see. Jungles weren't a thing yet. I think it was mostly plains and desert around me. It was a friend's server where he'd already built some infrastructure, but he led me to a kind of rainy area in the woods and showed me the basics. I built a basic cobblestone house, mined directly beneath it, and discovered some pre-existing miner shafts which I started systematically lighting and making safe, and gradually built a really crappy castle around my house, but kept the house for posterity. Then I started work on an aerated underwater glass dome in the sea, which took for fucking ever. I remember it. It was a specific seed on Minecraft Pocket Edition, man. It was the one near the mountain with lava and water, and if you move sideways you'll dig down and find everything immediately, even diamonds, and my brother joined. and we cloned enough diamonds to make a house out of diamond blocks and full diamond armor and tools, and we built the nether thing where it drops loot, and you run around and grab it. I forgot what that was called as well. And it had a nether core in it with gold and cobblestone etc. Most of the stuff we got was cloned lol. I was spawned under the water in a jungle. There is some doggos over there. I start chopping wood and go mining. I killed some skeleton and found none. I tamed those dogs. I keep mining until I see lava, and now you can image how it like. It was 1.12.1 version, so I already deleted. Didn't do much though. Full of farms. A PS3 tutorial world. I was fairly young and stupid in 2011, and I was scared of survival being too difficult, so I just had a creative world, and let me tell ya, I made some of the most stunning builds for someone like myself, and I was so proud of them at the time. Examples include pixel art Charizard, model of my house, death run / obstacle courses, etc. Brings back good memories of simpler times. IKR. Thought a stick was a weapon. Didn't know about crafting. Made a home in a dark hole and was confused to find it filled with mobs upon my return. A house out of dirt and sand on a mountain, 3x3 blocks, and a tree on top. It was a village. I would get anxious in rainy days. I was scared of zombies and of dying. I built off just 3 blocks stone brick, wood stairs and wood. I built a little home, and then I made it bigger. Little me was proud pf that shit. It's funny though, I had in an item frame the first diamond that I found. It was my trophy. Oh, good times. I was spawned right in the middle of a jungle biome. As a beginner I didn't even know how to break blocks, and the jungle biome was just really confusing to me. I found a little lake in the middle of the biome when the sun was about to go down, and lo and behold, there was a skeleton swimming in it. Very anxious, I just hid behind some blocks of leaves until the night was over. In general, my first Minecraft experience was really nerve-wracking. I remember the seed strangely vividly for something that happened about years ago. My brother had just moved into secondary school and learned about this strange new game from a friend. The friend offers to get him a legally dubious copy of the game back when the latest version was 1.5.2, and he gets it loaded onto this old laptop my brother and I sort of unofficially stole from our mother. We shared one world like we didn't know you could have multiple saves. We spawned on top of a jungle canopy next to the ocean. We found a cave opening on the beach and decided to set up a hut next to it. The only thing I remember other than the geography is that my brother was really proud of getting 2 buckets of lava and I accidentally turned them into obsidian. We are so mad he won't let me play on that laptop for a week. It had everything from roller coasters to bridges. Creativity died as I got older. This was in my first 3 worlds. I had a huge dirt house and built a 30 huge stone wall next to it. For no reason. And when I say huge, I mean hitting the sky limit and going past how far we could see. I would use an extension to get things in my game rather than find them and never explored. I dug up all the dirt and made a flat plain, no trees. I refused to go in my basement because I trapped a creeper inside of it. This was way back the first year it came out, I think, at least within the first 2 years. A treehouse mansion in the jungle. Friendly mode. The old, preset demo world. True veteran. But the website didn't have a tutorial world. We only had like 3 different blocks. Lol. I built a big house inside a mountain, a roller coaster around it, and discovered it was a mushroom island. No idea that it was a special biome. It had got a jungle in front of it, and a skeleton spawner under the sea level. It was beautiful, but I cannot find it anymore. I had a limited world space, so I had a section where I had made a ancient Greek city, then a big ass roller coaster, and finally a nice home. I lost the world in the seed, so it is forever lost. I hope the Mr. Point Piggy Wiggy is alive and has a nice family.